Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Clarion-Limestone High School in Strattonville, Pennsylvania for tonight's District 9 AA quarterfinal matchup between the Clarion-Limestone Lions and our Port Allegany Gators. Coming into this game, Clarion-Limestone 14-9 overall, 8-3 in the Keystone Shortway Conference. That is third place. Some players that we need to watch for the Lions tonight. Obviously leading the charge for the Lions is star quarterback Jake Ferguson, who led the Central Clarion Wildcats to a state championship appearance. He leads the way with 15.9 points per game. He is followed closely by number 23, Paul Craig, who's averaging 14.3 points a game. Number 4, Jesse Zawickley, 8.6 points per game. And number 40, Cohen Kemmer with 7.3 points per game. And if you remember back, this Clarion-Limestone Lion team won the District 9 championship in 2023. Port Allegany comes into this game at 13-10 overall, 10-6 in the North Tier League. That was good enough for fourth place. Leading the way for the Gators, leading scorer number 3, Jared Funk with 11.7. Number 10, Nick Wilfong with 10.8. Isaac Amel with 10.5, and Jake Causer with 9.2. This is the first round of the District 9 AA boys basketball playoffs. Number 1 seeded Clarion has a bye, and number 2 Red Bank Valley has a bye. This is the 3-6 matchup. Other action tonight is Keystone and Coudersport. So a couple of North Tier League teams made the trip down, and Coudersport is over in Knox, Pennsylvania, about 15 miles away from us right now. So on screen you'll see a graphic put together by our technical director and producer, Jason Bartlett, and you'll see just how closely Jason Okerlund. And you'll see just how closely these teams match up. Just a game difference in the regular season, points per game, rebounds per game, all very close. So we are expecting a pretty good game tonight. And pregame, I had the chance to talk with Coach Pat Craig of Clarion-Limestone. He said that their goal this year was to make the playoffs and make a run and get to the championship game. And they're excited to have a home game. Obviously, the number 1 and number 2 seeds, even though they're the higher seeds, don't get a home game. As a semifinal matchup, it'll be at a neutral site. And Clarion-Limestone, kind of in a similar situation as Port Allegany. 11 of the 18 players on the roster were football players for Central Clarion, and they also made it to the state championship game for AA before ultimately falling to the Troy Trojans. Coach Kyle Babcock said of our Gators that they're ready, and this week of practice has been their best practices of the year. They've been high intensity, and he's hoping that they carry over to tonight. The 2 seniors on the team, Jake Causer and Austin Hamilton, don't want the season to be done, and if the Gators pull out a win tonight, they're guaranteed 2 more games. So we're about 8:15 off. Captain's meeting is done. I think we're going to take a little pause here, and we'll join you for the national anthem and starting lineups.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's first round playoff game here at Clarion-Limestone High School. This game tonight features the Gators of Port Allegany High School and your Clarion-Limestone Lions. At this time, I'd ask everyone to please rise for the playing of our national anthem. The Clarion-Limestone School campus is a tobacco-free facility. The use of tobacco products is prohibited anywhere on school grounds. We ask that you treat the players, coaches, and officials with the utmost respect. Any act of disrespect will not be tolerated and could result in removal from the facility. Please stay seated while the game is being played. Limit entering and exiting the gym to timeouts at the end of each quarter. Thank you. And now at this time, let's meet the starting lineup. First for the visiting Port Allegany Gators. The Gators are coached by head coach Kyle Backhoff, assisted by Blake Moses, Kerry Halbert, and Noah Archer. A junior, number 2, Isaac Amor. Junior, number 3, Jared Funk. Junior, number 10, Nick Wilfall. Seniors, number 0, Austin Hamilton. And senior, number 24, Jacob Kaiser. And now, the starting lineup for your Clarion-Limestone Lions. The Lions are coached by head coach Patrick Craig and assisted by Cam Kirkland and Noah Rankin. A freshman, number 24, Brody Banks. Sophomore, number 23, Paul Craig. Senior, number 40, Cohen Kemmer. Senior, number 4, Jesse Sawicki. And senior, number 1, Jace Ferguson. Your officials for this evening are Mr. Kevin Doverspike, Mr. Bud Buffano, and Mr. Justin Buffano.
Okay, we just got the starting lineups. First for the Gators, number 0, Austin Hamilton. Number 2, Isaac Amel. Number 3, Jared Funk. Number 10, Nick Wilfong. And number 24, Jake Kaiser. For the Clarion-Limestone Lions, number 1, Jace Ferguson. Number 4, Jesse Zawickley. Number 23, Paul Craig. Number 24, Brody Beggs. And number 40, Cohen Kemmer. We'll be seeing Jared Funk tipping off as the Lions break their huddle. We'll see who he's going to be jumping against. Their tallest player is Aiden Wilson at 6'3", but he is not starting. Looks like it'll be number 4, Jesse Zawickley at 5'10", going against the 6'6", Jared Funk. And we are underway with Jared Funk winning the tip-off. Back to Austin Hamilton, and he'll dish it off to Nick Wilfong. Wilfong going to be bet there by Zawickley. Looking for help. Gets it to Amel, inside to Funk. Funk back out to Amel. Back into Funk. And it's stripped away out of bounds by number 23, Paul Craig. It'll stay Gator basketball. And it'll be Nick Wilfong inbounding for the Gators. He'll have Zawickley in his face, trying to get it in. He'll heave it long into Jake Causer. And Causer will hand it back off to Wilfong. Wilfong gives it to Hamilton. Hamilton met by Kemmer. Over to Amel at the foul line. To Funk now. Thought about a shot. Kicks it back over to Wilfong. Wilfong to Hamilton. Back over to Nick. Inside to Causer. Couldn't quite hang on, but regains it. Stripped away by Ferguson. Picked up by Hamilton. Now back out to Funk. And he'll kick it back out to Nick to settle things down a bit for the Gators. Nick rolls to his left. Hands off to Austin. Gives it off to Causer. Causer again moves to his left. Again to Wilfong. Now to Amel. Wilfong going to charge into the paint. He puts one up. No, it's blocked. Knocked away. Ball on the floor and picked up by Craig. Craig will work it down for the Lions. Bounce pass over to Kemmer. All the way across court to Beggs. And a foul pass off of Cohen Kemmer's hands. Ends up in the Gator bench and a turnover for the Lions. Inbounding for the Gators will be Austin Hamilton, one of two seniors on the floor tonight for the Gators. And he'll give it to Nick Wilfong. Wilfong gives it to Funk. Inside to Amel. Amel going to go baseline. Kicks it back out. Oh, had to jump for it was Nick Wilfong. He'll get it over to Hamilton. Hamilton into the paint and is stripped away by Jace Ferguson. Ball still on the floor. And it is tied up. A jump ball. Possession arrow for Clarion-Limestone. 6:19 to go here in the first quarter, and still no score. Ferguson with the ball for the Lions. Gives it off to Zawickley. Back over to Craig, now down to Kemmer. Kemmer puts up a three. Off the rim, no good. Zawickley with a rebound, and he'll dish it off inside, and is stripped away by the Gators and taken by Isaac Amel. Pushed ahead quickly to a wide open Hamilton. He'll kick it back out to Amel, now to Nick. Wilfong calling out the play. Gives it to Hamilton. Hamilton was looking inside. It wasn't there. He'll kick it over to Wilfong. Underneath to Amel. He goes up and is fouled. First foul of the game. That is going to be on number 40, Cohen Kemmer. That's going to put Isaac Amel on the line for two. Amel's first shot is up and no good, off the side of the rim. Second shot by Amel is in, nothing but net. And the Gators are on the board, 1-0 lead with 5:39 to go in the first quarter. Craig leading the offense for the Lions. Gives it to Zawickley. Over to Kemmer. Now to Ferguson. Back over to Kemmer. Now down in the corner to Craig. Over to Beggs. A shot from Kemmer. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Amel. Amel kicks it ahead to Funk. Now to Causer. He loses it a little bit, but regains possession and gives it to Wilfong. Over to Hamilton. He'll give it back to Funk. Quickly tosses it to Austin Hamilton. Underneath. Ball out of bounds as Jake Causer lost his footing. So a turnover by the Gators. As Zawickley gets it into Jace Ferguson. He'll be met there by Austin Hamilton. Gives it to Kemmer. Over to Beggs. Now a shot from Craig. A three, no good. And Kemmer comes down with a big rebound for the Lions. Jace Ferguson has it stripped away, and Funk comes up with it. Funk Nick puts up a three, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Craig. Craig into the paint, over to Kemmer, he walked. And coming into the game now for Clarion-Limestone will be number 2, Reese Runyon. As Cohen Kemmer takes a seat next to the assistant coaches. Also coming into the game here, looks like it'll be Aiden Wilson, the tallest player for Clarion-Limestone. Wilfong brings it across half court, hands it off to Funk. Funk going to be working on Beggs. He falls down, he lays it up and in from Funk. Gives it back to Zawickley. Over to Craig. Craig over to Runyon. Down in the corner to Beggs. Back to Runyon. Thought about a shot. Pulls it back. Down to Beggs. He's got a wide open three. He puts it up. Off the rim. No good. Ball still on the floor. He'll come away with. Craig comes away with it. And he's fouled before the shot goes. And into the game will be number 3, Aiden Wilson, as Jesse Zawickley heads to the bench. That foul on Isaac Amel, his first. And a timeout is taken. While we have time, hey Gator fans, start your St. Patrick's Day weekend with a home run breakfast at the Port Allegany Varsity Baseball Pancake Fundraiser. Join us Saturday, March 15th at the Port Allegany Moose from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. For just $10 per person, enjoy a delicious stack of pancakes while supporting your hometown team. Wear your green, bring your appetite, and show your Gator pride. Don't miss out. Come fuel up and help the team knock it out of the park this season. We'll see you there, and go Gators. So 3:23 to go here in the first quarter. Gators on top of the Lions, 3-0. A foul each. Gators appear to be having some trouble breaking that Lion defense, and the Lions want to obviously move very quickly. As I mentioned pregame, they're led by Jace Ferguson, number 1, who recently committed to Clarion University of Pennsylvania to play football. Led the Central Clarion Wildcats to a state championship appearance. And it will be Ferguson to inbound. He'll get it into Love. Back over to Craig. Craig back out to Beggs. Can't quite handle it. He gives it back over to Craig. He puts up a three. And in! Tie game. They'll get it ahead. They break the press, and Causer has to chase it down. He's met there by Love and Ferguson. A jump ball called. This time possession arrow in the Gators' favor. And we'll have Nick Wilfong inbounding here for Port. Nick gets it into Funk. Funk working on Beggs. Underneath, oh, it's taken away by Ferguson. He was looking for Causer. Ferguson off to the races. Puts it up and in from Jace Ferguson. Causer puts one up, and it'll go. Tie game at 5. Ferguson brings it across half court, and we'll be seeing some subs here at the next timeout. Ferguson back out to Craig. Another wide open three. Off the rim, no good. Causer with a rebound. And he'll kick it out to Wilfong. Ahead to Amel. Amel back to Wilfong. Gives it to Hamilton. Oh, dishes it off to Amel. Underneath to Causer, up and in. 4 on the night for Causer. Gators now lead 7-5 with 1:55 to go in the first quarter. It'll be Runyon, puts up a shot and in. Two threes on the night for the Lions. Hamilton gets it into Fung. They'll get it ahead to Causer. Now to Amel. Over to Wilfong. Wilfong to Amel. Back out to Funk. And he'll toss it to Hamilton. Bounce pass inside to Amel. Amel looking underneath for Causer. Wasn't there and taken away by Craig. Craig moving quickly the other way. Lays it up and in. 5 on the night for Paul Craig. Gators a crawl. Errant pass from Hamilton. He was looking for Amel. Goes out of bounds off the Clarion-Limestone cheerleaders. And into the game will be Kemmer for Clarion-Limestone and Capel for Port Allegany. And a 30-second timeout will be taken by Coach Kyle Babcock with 1:12 left to go in the opening quarter of this quarterfinal matchup. Clarion-Limestone on top now, 10-7. Well, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into the Gator Network tonight as we take the show on the road and travel down to Strattonville. I am Jeremy Morey. I'm joined with my cameraman, producer, technical director, Jason Okerlund. And a good crowd here tonight for the Port Allegany faithful making the 2-hour drive down. Again, as I mentioned in other action tonight, about 15 miles to our west right now in Knox, Countersport is playing Keystone. The winner of this game will take on Red Bank Valley at a site to be determined. And the winner of the Countersport Keystone game will take on number 1 seeded Clarion. Runyon now with the ball looking inside to Craig. He'll get it back out to Zawickley. Craig to Ferguson, turns around Capel. Dishes it over to Kemmer. He puts up a 3. Off the rim, no good. Funk comes down with a rebound. He kicks it ahead to Causer. Lays it up and in. Great pass from Funk to Causer, and Causer with a finish. Under a minute now in the opening quarter, 10-9 Lions. And a travel by Zawickley. It'll be a turnover. Well, I thought Zawickley was just going to bury that thing, but decides to pull it down and ultimately traveled. So Capel inbounds to Wilfong. And Clarion-Limestone pressing. Bounce pass back over to Wilfong. They get it up to Funk. Funk gives it back over to Wilfong. He has to chase it down. Kicks it inside to Causer, but knocked away by Jace Ferguson. So Port Allegany will retain the ball. Wilfong to inbound. Gets it into a wide open Funk. Thought about a 3. Looking for help. Bounce pass inside to Amel. Kicks it back out to Wilfong. Now to Funk. Over to Capel. Inside. Taken away by Ferguson. He'll lay it up and in from Jace Ferguson. 4 on the night now for Ferguson. Funk gets it ahead to Wilfong. He's tripped up. Block called on the Lions. That's going to be on Jace Ferguson, his first, team's second. With 3.9 left on the clock here in Clarion-Limestone's gym. 12-9. Capel inbounds. Shot from Wilfong off the front of the rim. Rebound by Funk. Does not get it off. So after 1, Clarion-Limestone 12, Port Allegany 9. As we'll see the Clarion-Limestone cheerleaders on the floor. So as the cheerleaders clear the floor, Clarion-Limestone first back on. We will have Zawickley, Craig, Beggs, Runyon, and Ferguson. For Port Allegany, it'll be Causer, Funk, Wilfong, Amel, and Capel. And Zawickley will get it into Ferguson. Ferguson moves past Capel. It's stripped away by Capel. Last touch by Ferguson, and the Gators will take over. Julian Capel, known for his very tight, aggressive defense. And Capel will be working on Runyon. Kicks it over to Wilfong. Ahead quick to Causer to a wide open. Emil lays it up and in. So the Gators pull within one. We'll see Craig across half court for the Lions. Tosses it to Zawickley. Back over to Beggs. Beggs to Runyon. Runyon into the paint. Looking for help. Causer all over him. Gets it back out to Beggs. Now to Craig. Craig working in. He'll lay it up. It is blocked by Funk and rebound by Emil. And he gets it ahead to Funk. Cross-court pass to Wilfong. Wilfong to Emil. Back out to Funk. Now to Causer at the top of the key. He'll pull it back out and give it to Capel. And bounce pass over to Nick, and they're going to set things back up. Gets it down to Funk. Back to Wilfong. All the way across court to Capel. Now back down to Funk. Wide open three. He puts it up and in! First three of the night for the Gators. Puts them on top by 2. Craig to Zawickley. Now over to Beggs. Stripped away. And I'll give it off to Runyon. Runyon into the paint. Bounce pass over to Ferguson. Thought about a three. He's going to go back in. He lays one up and is fouled. And that's going to put Jace Ferguson on the line. That's on Isaac Emil, his second. Ferguson's first shot is up and in. And Runyon off, and Kemmer on now for Clarion-Limestone, and also on for the Gators is Liam Hoover as Jared Funk takes a seat. Second shot is in. So Ferguson makes both. They're still pressing, get ahead to Hoover. Hoover working on Kemmer. He's going to work in. Is stripped away by Ferguson, picked up by Kemmer. Kemmer bounce pass to Beggs. He lays it up and misses, but is fouled. That's going to put Cohen Kemmer on the line. That's on Julian Capel, his first. So Brody Beggs to the line for the Lions. His first shot is up and in. And coming back in will be Jared Funk for Julian Capel. Lions now on top, 15-14. Second shot from Beggs is in. The Lions shooting 100% from the foul line as Hoover kicks it ahead to Funk. Funk looking for Causer. Not the cleanest pass, but last touch by Beggs, and they give possession to the Gators. The Clarion-Limestone faithful unhappy with the call. And I think they're going to have a little conference. And they award it to the Lions. So we'll have Ferguson to inbound. He gets it into Kemmer. And he'll bounce pass back to Ferguson. Ferguson's going to be guarded there by Wilfong. Ferguson in the lane. Lays it up. No, he misses. Funk's with the rebound. Spins around Beggs. Baseball pass between Wilfong and Causer. Nobody home and out of bounds. And another turnover, and we will see Funk going off and Capel back on. Ferguson will inbound. Jace Ferguson met by Nick. He's going to work into the lane. Looking for help, back out to Kemmer. He'll give it to Craig. Craig over to Beggs. He's got Emil in his face. Beggs, hand off to Zawickley, into Ferguson. He's into the lane. No shot. That's on number 4, Liam Hauver. His first, so Ferguson will inbound. He gets it into Zawickley. He lays it up and in. Lions still pressing. Long pass ahead to Hauver. He'll get across half court and gets it over to Capel. Capel, bounce pass down to Amel. Amel works in. And no shot. Foul called. And that's going to be on Ferguson, his second. And coming into the game will be number 5, Charlie Hepful, as Jace Ferguson heads to the bench. Wilfong will be inbounding for the Gators. Gets it into Capel. Oh, it was there, but knocked away by Craig. Causer was looking for Wilfong. Wilfong will be inbounding, gets it to Causer. And knocked away again. Last touch by the Lions. So we'll set up for the third time. And foul is going to be called on number 23. That's going to be Paul Craig. No, Kemmer, sorry, his second. And into the game will be Reese Runyon. And Kemmer will head off as he already has 2 fouls with 4:53 to go here in the first half. Wilfong looking to get it in. He gets it into Funk. Turn around off the rim. Oh, it doesn't fall. Causer comes down with it. It's last touched by Port. The Gators having a tough time with that Lion defense tonight. Craig will bring it across for the Lions to Runyon. Runyon back to Zawickley. Now to Craig. Craig into the lane. Kicks it back out to Beggs. Beggs to Runyon. He puts up a 3. And in. 5 on the night for Brody Beggs. Long pass to Amel. He ultimately comes down with it. Is nearly taken away underneath to Causer. He puts one up and in. 8 points tonight for Jake Causer. So the Gators are now down by 5 with 4 minutes to go. Runyon with the ball. He's going to move to his left, working on Hauver. Peels back out. Cross court to a wide open Zawickley. Another 3 off the rim. No good. Causer comes down with the rebound. Kicks it out to Funk. Funk across half court. Back to Causer. He's going to work in. Underneath the Hauver. Little jumper. And in! 21-18 now with 3:35 to go in the second quarter. Paul Craig with the ball for the Lions. Works in, puts one up, misses. Ball rebounded by Causer. Looking for Nick, trailing. And he'll get it to Amel. Amel in the lane, underneath to Causer. Causer back out to Funk. He puts up a 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Beggs rebounds. Moving quickly for the Lions. Back to Hemphill. To Runyon. To Craig. He'll shoot a 3. Front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Amel. And Amel will calm things down as he hands it off to Funk. Back to Isaac Amel. Passes over to Liam Hauver. Down to Funk. He puts up another 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Zawickley. Zawicki. Gets down to Beggs in the corner. Now to Craig. Craig fakes a shot. Works in the lane. Layup, no good. Rebound by Amel. And a foul is going to be called on Clarion-Limestone. That's on number 5, Charlie Hepful. His first, and a timeout's going to be taken on the floor. So We'll have the Clarion-Limestone cheerleaders back out. 2:29 to go here in the first half. 21-18, Lions on top of the Gators. The leading scorer so far tonight for the Gators is Jake Causer with 8. Isaac Amel has 3, Jared Funk with 5, and Liam Hauver with 2. For Clarion-Limestone, Jace Ferguson with 6, Reese Runyon with 3, Jesse Zawicki with 2, Paul Craig with 5, and Brody Beggs with 5. And I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into the Gator Network tonight. If you have not already, please hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss a minute of action. So the Gators are here tonight. The Lady Gators will play on Tuesday night in Brockway. And we're hoping to bring you that broadcast as well. Also down here in the Clarion area is the varsity wrestling team. So we wish the Gator mat men all the best of luck in their matches. Amel to Wilfong. Wilfong picks up his dribble, gives it over to Liam Hauver. He's going to cross half court, working on Runyon. Oh, a high pass. Wilfong comes down with it. He's waiting for things to develop, as we do have Braden Babcock in the game now. Into Causer. Puts up a little floater. No good. Rebounded by Wilfong. Gives it to Babcock. Babcock will put it up. It's blocked. Amel with it now, and he's nearly tackled by Hetful. No foul called as he was falling. And it'll be Wilfong with the ball. To Amel. Back to Wilfong. Inside to Causer. Causer at the foul line. Over to Hauver. Hauver into the lane. And a jump ball called as Reese Runyon grabbed a hold of the ball in Liam Hauver's hands. Possession arrow for the Gators. 1:43 to go here in the second quarter. Nick Wilfong will be inbounding for Port. And he gets it into Hauver. Hauver, a cross-court pass to Amel. Amel back to Hauver. Back to Amel. Over to Nick Wilfong. Inside to Babcock. Looked underneath, wasn't there. Back to Wilfong. Over to Hauver. Slinging it over to Amel. Inside to Causer. Wasn't there. Back to Amel. Now to Hauver. Wilfong into Babcock. Met by two Lions. Is stripped away by Beggs, and he's off to the races. Oh, and he is fouled hard by Liam Hauver. And that's going to put Brody Beggs on the line again. He is 2 for 2. Gators only sent to the line once tonight with Isaac Amel. Beggs' first shot is up and in. 6 points. So we'll see Funk and Hamilton back on. So the starting five on the court for Port Allegany. As Beggs lines up his second shot, it is up and in. Wilfong to Hamilton. Back to Wilfong. A jump pass. Now down to Hamilton. Amel. Back inside to Funk. He puts up a little floater and in. 7 points on the night for Jared Funk. Love. Just back out to Beggs. Now to Craig. To Runyon in the corner. He's going to work in. Met by Hamilton. Oh, it's nearly taken away by Wilfong, but Beggs retains possession. A three-point from Craig off the back of the rim. No good. Beggs with a rebound. Kicks it back out to Runyon. Runyon into the lane. To Hetful. Now to Love. Back to Hetful. Shot from Runyon. Off the rim. No good. Funk with the rebound. And a timeout is going to be taken by Coach Kyle Babcock with 9.2 seconds left on the clock. Gators down 23-20. And some updates for the wrestlers, courtesy of Sean Lathrop. Port is leading after day one. They have 11 wrestlers in the semifinals, and they may break a record for 9 qualifiers to the regionals. 9 ties and 10 sets the record, and we have 11 in the semifinals. So a great day after day one. They are leading Clearfield, Brookville, St. Mary's, Central Clarion, Johnsonburg, Brockway, Ridgeway, and Curwensville in that order. So I'd like to thank Sean Lathrop for the updates. And again, we wish the Gator wrestlers the best of luck and hopefully break that record with 10 qualifiers. So as the Lions head back out on the floor, we will have Love, Hepful, Craig, Zawicki, and Beggs. For the Gators will be Funk, Causer, Amel, Hamilton, and Wilfong. 9 seconds. Gives it to Funk. He's got Zawicki in his face. Down to Nick. Inside to Causer. They better put it up. They're not going to be able to, and that's it. They didn't get a shot off. So at halftime, Port Allegany hanging in there with Clarion-Limestone, only down 3. So we're going to take a little break here at the Gator Network, and we'll join you before the start of the second half. Okay, we're back as we prepare to start the second half. And Pat Krantz just shared with us some exciting news. Aiden Bliss was named a finalist in Mr. Pennsylvania football. And also, Jace Ferguson, who is on the court right now, number 1 for Clarion-Limestone, was also named a finalist. And another familiar name to Gator fans is Matt Sigg from Fort Cherry. So congratulations to Aiden Bliss and Jace Ferguson from District 9 being named finalists to Mr. Pennsylvania football. Obviously, we're all pulling for Aiden to win that award. That is the first step to that, so congratulations to Aiden Bliss. So Craig will pass it down to Beggs and back to Craig. Now to Ferguson. Ferguson's going to back out a bit. Oh, Funk challenges him. He'll work in. Back to Craig. He puts up a 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Causer comes down with a big rebound. And he'll get it over to Wilfong. Wilfong to Amel. Hands it off to Hamilton. He's going to have Craig on him. Passes over to Wilfong. And he gets it to Amel. Amel inside to Causer. Causer going to put one up. And off the rim, no good. Gets his own rebound and Amel puts it up and in. 5 on the night for Isaac Amel. And the Gators are within 1. Ferguson to Craig. To Kemmer. Inside to Zawicki. Back out to Ferguson. He puts up a 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Causer with another big rebound. Jake's going to move quickly the other way. And I'll get it back to Nick. And pass is tipped. And too high and off the hands of Austin Hamilton, out of bounds, so it'll be Lion basketball. It'll be Paul Craig now for the Lions. He gets it to Ferguson. Craig to Kemmer. Kemmer bounce pass to Craig. Craig works to his left. Tosses to Ferguson. He puts up a 3. Off the rim, no good. Beggs with a rebound. Kicks it back out to Zawicki. Now to Kemmer. He puts up a 3. In and out, no good. Ferguson saves it. Back into Zawicki. There's going to be a scrum for the ball. And a jump ball possession arrow for the Gators. And coming into the game will be Julian Capel for Austin Hamilton. And Funk will be inbounding. He gets it into Wilfong. And they'll do a few passes in the backcourt. Gets it to Amel. Inside to Funk. Funk goes up with it. No good. Kept back in by Ferguson. Causer was looking inside to Amel. Taken away by Ferguson. Ferguson lays it up. And it counts. As a block was called. That's on Julian Capel, his second. And that's going to put Ferguson on the line, and coming in will be Runyon and Hepfel as Kemmer and Beggs head to the bench. And Ferguson will be lining up his first shot. It is up and no good. He missed it. Back to Ferguson. He lays this one up and in. Lions up by 5 now. Wilfong ahead to Funk. Bounce pass over to a wide open Amel. He puts it up and in. All 4 points this half from Isaac Amel. Ferguson puts up a 3. And in, nothing but net from Jace Ferguson. Wilfong to Funk. Funk to Amel. Back to Funk. Back down to Amel. He puts up a 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. And a scrum for it. Capel wrestling around with Ferguson and a jump ball. This time, possession arrow for Clarion-Limestone. 4:53 to go here in the third quarter. Gators down now 30-24. And we'll have Capel acting as Ferguson's shadow. Ferguson all the way, lays it up off the bottom of the rim, and he is fouled. That's going to be on Amel, his third. That's going to put Ferguson on the line. So Ferguson lining up his first shot. It is up and in, nothing but net. And coming in will be Liam Hauver and Austin Hamilton. Amel is off. Well, sorry, just Hauver on. Second shot is up and in. Again, nothing but net from Jace Ferguson. Wilfong over to Hamilton, ahead to Funk. Funk across half court to Hauver. Has it poked away by Craig. And Ferguson dives to save it, but is out of bounds before he can do so. So it'll be port ball with Austin Hamilton inbounding, and gets it into Nick Wilfong. Over to Hauver. Inside to Funk. Funk puts it up and in. 9 points on the night for Jared Funk. Keeps the Gators within 6. Zawicki to Runyon. Runyon into the paint. Kicks it back out to Craig. Thought about a shot. Now he works in. Gets it back to Ferguson. Ferguson. Back to Zawicki. Now to Runyon. To Craig. A foul. I think that's going to be on Liam Hauver. It is. That's going to be a 3 on Hauver. And a timeout is taken. So while we have time, I'd like to give this plug again. This is courtesy of Melissa Vayu. Hey, Gator fans, start your St. Patrick's Day weekend with a home run breakfast at the Port Allegany Gators Varsity Baseball Pancake Fundraiser. Join us on Saturday, March 15th at the Port Allegany Moose from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. For just $10 a person, enjoy a delicious stack of pancakes while supporting your hometown team. Wear your green, bring your appetite, and show your Gator pride. Don't miss out. Come fuel up and help the team knock it out of the park this season. We hope to see you there. Again, that is March 15th at the Moose from 8 to 11 a.m. And for just $10, get a delicious stack of pancakes. And that'll help support the Gator varsity baseball team. They're also selling snack sticks, so if you have not done so already, please make sure you buy some and help support the varsity baseball team fund new uniforms. So 3:59 to go here in the third quarter. Port Allegany down 32-26. On the floor for Port is Hamilton, Hauver, Funk, Causer, and Wilfong. For Clarion-Limestone is Ferguson, Hemphill, Zawicki, Runyon, and Craig. Ferguson will be inbounding for the Lions. He gets it into Craig. Craig going to be guarded there by Funk. Gets it back to Runyon. Hand off to Ferguson. He goes in the lane, layup, and fouled as he does so, and he hits the deck. So another foul on the Gators. That's going to be on number 3, Jared Funk, his first. And that's going to put Ferguson back on the line. He is 4 for 5 tonight. His first shot is up and in. Second shot from Ferguson is again in. His last 4 points, all foul shots. Funk gives it back to Wilfong. Wilfong waiting for things to set up. Oh, looked inside. Hauver did. It's tipped away by Ferguson. He's off to the races, lays it up and in. Wilfong ahead to Hauver. Hover back to Hamilton. Hamilton has it stripped away by Zawicki. And it's taken away right again by Wilfong. He pulls up, shoots, and no good. Hover goes up for the rebound, but a foul is called. That's going to be on number 1, Jace Ferguson, his third. And Austin Hamilton will head to the bench as Julian Capel comes back on. 3:08 to go here in the third quarter. Gators down by 10. Hover inside to Funk. Funk puts up a floater and in from Jared Funk. Ferguson to Runyon. He gives it back to Jace Ferguson. Ferguson directing traffic. Back to Runyon. Ferguson holding the ball. And guarded there by Wilfong. Now to Zawicki. Over to Runyon. Runyon's got Capel on him. Now to Zawicki. He'll go into the lane, lays it up, and a block is called. That's going to be on Jared Funk, his second. As a streaking Jesse Zawicki heading to the hoop, but he will now shoot 2 foul shots. So Jesse Zawicki will be lining up his first foul shot. It is up and in. And into the game will be Love and Beggs as Hemphill and Runyon go to the bench. And Zawicki's second shot is up and in. And Amel will be back on for Hover. And Funk will be inbounding for Port Allegany. Gets it into Capel. Back over to Wilfong. Ahead to Amel. Amel underneath to Causer. Causer puts it up and in. Great finish there from Jake Causer as he was actually under the backboard. Craig now with the ball, guarded by Funk. He's going to give it back to Zawicki. Amel comes out to meet him. Looking for Ferguson, we'll get it to him. Ferguson going to go into the lane. He puts one up off the glass and in. Bounce pass ahead to Amel. Gives it back over to Wilfong. Down to Causer. Back to Wilfong. Over to Capel. Capel thought about a 3. Bounce pass over to Wilfong. Inside to Amel, lays it up and in. So a full timeout will be taken by Coach Kyle Babcock. As the Gators now down 40-32 with a 1:14 to go here in the third quarter. And again, I'd like to thank Jason Okerlund, who is pulling double duty tonight. Well, triple duty, really. As cameraman, technical director, and producer. And again, Tuesday night, the Lady Gators will have their playoff game down in Brockway. That game will start at 6 o'clock. And the Gator Network is hoping to be able to broadcast that game as well. And Jace Ferguson has 15 points here in the second half. And that makes 21 on the night for him. He's averaging 16 a game, so above his average. So a great showing from Jace Ferguson. And Craig will get it into Ferguson. He'll be guarded there by Wilfong. Down to Kemmer. Kemmer back out to Craig. Has Funk all over him. And he gives it to Beggs. And it's knocked away by Capel. And last touched by Beggs. So the Gators get a break there. And Beggs will head to the bench as we see Runyon back on. Wilfong looking for somebody. He was looking for Funk. It wasn't there. He gets it to Capel. Now Capel gets it to Funk. Back to Capel. Over to Wilfong. He puts up a three. Off the rim. No good. He'll chase it down himself. And he'll kick it back to Capel. Over to Funk. Funk met by Kemmer. Bounce pass inside to Wilfong. Now to Funk. He puts up a three. It in! Nothing but net from Jared Funk. Gators within 5. We're about 13 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Craig into the lane, lays it up. Oh, and a charge called on Paul Craig. That's going to be Craig's first foul. 9.4 left on the board. Gators get it in. Capel. Over to Wilfong. Ahead to Funk. 5 seconds. Funk. Back to Wilfong. He puts up a three. Off the front of the rim. No good. Good look from Nick Wilfong. And a good finish for the Gators in that third quarter. Only down 5. And besides Jace Ferguson here in the second half, it has been Jesse Zawicki with 2 foul shots, and that is it. So Jace Ferguson has really put this team on his back. And I'm sure Coach Babcock is trying to figure out a way to limit Ferguson. In the second half for Port, Amel with 6, Funk with 7, and Causer with 2. So coming back on the court for Clarion-Limestone will be Zawicki, Hemphill, Runyon, Craig, and Ferguson. For the Gators will be Funk, Wilfong, Capel, Causer, and Amel. And Julian Capel will be inbounding for Port. He gets it into Wilfong. Back over to Capel. Inside to Funk. Down low to Amel. He lays it up and in. Gators now within 3. Ferguson, guarded there by Wilfong. Spins into the lane, kicks it back out to Craig. A 3-point shot off the front of the rim by Zawicki. Tossed ahead. Amel's going to chase it down. Lays it up and in. Gators now only down by 1. Craig going to be guarded there by Funk. He's going to work into the lane. Looking for help. Gets it back out to Hemphill. Now to Runyon. He'll hand it off to Ferguson and tosses back to Craig. Gator crowd on a foul on Jake Causer. The Gator crowd coming alive again. And we'll have Ferguson to inbound for the Lions. He gets it into Runyon. Gets it to Craig. Craig works into the paint. Kicks it back out. Zawicki now. He puts one up off the bottom of the net. Scrum for the ball. They're still going for it. Last touch by the Lions, and the Gators will take possession. Jared Funk hit the floor. They're going to need a towel. As Coach Pat Craig goes out and dries up the sweat spot off the floor. 6:50 to go in the game. Gators only down by 1. Capel to Wilfong. Ahead to Amel. Amel down low to Causer. He gets it. Back to Amel. Amel in, lays it up and in! And the Gators take the lead. Great comeback by the Gators. Craig hands off to Zawicki. Zawicki looking for help. Gonna move to his right. Guarded there by Amel. Hands off to Craig. Craig to Runyon. To Zawicki. Back to Craig. Craig goes baseline. Puts up a floater. No good. Capel comes down with a rebound. Oh, and it's off of Capel's leg as he goes between his legs on the dribble. So a turnover for the Gators. Jace Ferguson to inbound. He'll get it into Zawicki. Zawicki tosses to Runyon. Back to Ferguson. Ferguson into the lane. Kicks it back out. Craig puts up a 3. Off the rim, no good. And Hemphill chases it down and gets it to Ferguson. Ferguson again. It's stripped away. And a charge is called on Jace Ferguson. That is going to be his 4th foul. 4 fouls for Ferguson, who's really put this Lions team on his back here in the second half with 5:38 to go. Capel gets it to Amel. To Wilfong. Oh, and it's tipped away by Zawicki. Zawicki into the paint. Looks for help. Back to Hemphill. He puts it up and is fouled as he is shooting. So that's going to put Charlie Hemphill on the line. Foul is going to be on Wilfong. His first. These will be the first foul shots of the night for Hemphill. It is up and off the back of the rim. Missed the first one. And coming back into the game for Runyon will be Brody Beggs. So Charlie Hemphill for his second one is up. Again he misses. Amel comes down with a rebound and gets it over to Wilfong. He kicks it over to Funk. Funk guarded there by Zawicki. Hands off to Capel. Capel back to Wilfong. Over to Funk. Funk looking for help. He'll get it to Capel. Capel to Wilfong. Inside to Funk. Funk puts up a floater off the rim. No good. And a foul is going to be called on Jake Causer as he was going up with a rebound with Ferguson. And we'll see Cohen Kemmer on for Jesse Zawicki. Paul Craig now for the Lions. Gives it back to Ferguson. Now to Beggs. Over to Craig. Now to Ferguson. Asking for a screen on Capel. It's going to work in. Back out to Kemmer. He puts up a 3. And in from Cohen Kemmer. Causer with the ball. Oh, looking for Capel. Oh, saved by Wilfong. Tosses it back, but taken away by Beggs. He gives it to Ferguson. Ferguson into the paint. Oh, and they're going to call a foul. That's on number 3, Jared Funk. That's his third. I was expecting a travel call there on Ferguson. But Hamilton will be on now for Capel. Ferguson inbounds to Hepful. Back to Craig. Shot from Ferguson is in, a three-pointer. Gators now down by 5 with 4 minutes to go. Ahead to Amel. Amel into the lane, looks underneath to Causer. He saves it from going out of bounds. Gets it back out to Funk. He puts up a 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound by Kemmer. It's stripped away and chased down by Hamilton. Hamilton will kick it ahead to Wilfong. Wilfong back to Funk. Down to Causer. Oh, and he tries to pass it, is tipped away and picked up by Hempel. Long pass ahead to Kemmer, lays it up, misses. Rebounded by Beggs, he puts it up and in. What a run by the Clarion-Limestone Lions. An 8-0 run. Here in the last few minutes, the Gators were up 41-40. Now with 3:26 to go in the game, now down 48-41. Just some sloppy passes there from the Gators, leading to turnovers, and great hustle by the Lions the other way. Yeah, the Gator Network would like to thank the Port Allegany School Board and Administration, Superintendent Paula Newell, High School Principal Mark Budd, and Athletic Director Aaron Clark for allowing us to come down to Clarion-Limestone High School and broadcast this playoff game. So the Gators will start off with the ball and see if they can get something put together. They've been on a drought. And Hamilton will be inbounding. Gets it into Wilfong. Ahead to Amel in the middle. Over to Funk. Funk goes in, puts one up, no good. Rebounded by Hepful. He gets it, oh, and a foul's going to be called on Funk as he swiped at Jace Ferguson. That is 4 on the night for Funk. And a timeout is going to be taken by Coach Pat Craig. As we have the Lion cheerleaders as they come out of the timeout. No changes for the Lions. Ferguson, Hepful, Beggs, Kemmer, and Craig. And for the Gators, it'll be Funk, Wilfong, Causer, Hamilton, and Amel. And we'll see Jace Ferguson at the line. 6 for 7 tonight. See if he can extend this Lion lead out. First shot is up and in. Second shot from Ferguson is in. Wilfong will kick it back over to Hamilton. Hamilton bounce pass to Amel. Over to Wilfong. Inside to Causer. He turned around his block, but a foul is going to be called on the floor, sending Jake Causer to the line. That is going to be on Paul Craig. His second. Chase, first shot is in. 11 on the night for Jake. Second shot from Causer is in. Again, another net. As Funk hits the floor. That's going to be on Paul Craig, his third. So the Gators get another opportunity here with 2:59 to go. Wilfong will be inbounding. Gets it to Causer. Back to Wilfong, and it's taken away. Picked up by Causer. He goes up and is fouled. A block going to be called on Charlie Hepfel. Hepfel's second. And we'll have Funk underneath. Funk will be inbounding. Gets it into Wilfong. Puts up a three. And in! First points of the night for Wilfong. Brings the Gators within 4. Craig with the ball. Guarded there by Funk. Back to Kemmer. Now to Ferguson. To Craig. Craig guarded by Causer. Back to Kemmer. Kemmer going to go into the lane, loses the handle on it, picks it back up, gets it to Craig. And Craig will get it back out to Jace Ferguson. Ferguson into the paint, pulls it back out, chased by Hamilton. Gives it over to Hepfel. Now to Ferguson again. So we approach the 2-minute mark. Ferguson lays it up and in. Foul's going to be on Amel, his fourth. So both Amel and Funk with 4 fouls on the night. That's going to put Ferguson back on the line, and he has been white hot from that foul line tonight. And he completes the 3-point play. And the Lion lead grows back out to 7. 2 minutes exactly to go. Funk to Hamilton. Now inside to Causer. Causer puts one up and in. Oh, he is trapped. And a foul is going to be called on Port Allegany. Going to put Brody Beggs on the line. Foul is going to be on Hamilton, his first. .146 to go. Gators down 53-48. Brody Beggs on the line for Clarion-Limestone. His first shot is up and off the front of the rim, no good. Second shot from Beggs is in. And we'll see Zawicki back on for Beggs. Gators will inbound. Gets it to Funk. Funk crosses half court. Into Causer. Causer's going to put one up. It doesn't fall. Rebounded by Ferguson. And he gets past Hamilton. Ferguson still dribbling around with the ball. And Hamilton hits the hardwood, holding his mouth. And he picks up the foul as Ferguson put his shoulder into him. But that's going to put Ferguson on the line. And since Hamilton is bleeding, Liam Hoover will come on. First shot from Ferguson is in. Second shot from Ferguson is in and out, no good. Amel comes down with a rebound. Wilfong. Oh, and it's saved by Amel, but tipped by Zawicki. The ball's on the floor, picked up by Hempel, knocked away by Causer, and Kemmer comes down with it. Timeout by Coach Pat Craig, saves it for the Lions. Great job from Cohen Kemmer, number 40 for the Lions, to come away with that. That ball just didn't want to find anybody's hands. 1:07 to go. Gators down 55-48 in this District 9 AA quarterfinal. Winner of this will move on to play Red Bank Valley. And again, I want to remind everybody that on Saturday, March 15th at the Port Allegany Moose from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., the varsity baseball team will be hosting a pancake breakfast fundraiser to help them buy new uniforms. They're asking everybody to come out and support them. Just $10. So back on the floor for Port will be Causer, Amel, Hauver, Funk, and Wilfong. And for Clarion-Limestone will be Zawicki, Craig, Ferguson, Hempel, and Kemmer. And a long pass to the wide open Zawicki, lays it up and in. And knocked away. Hauver comes down with it, gets it ahead to Causer. Oh, and it's knocked away by Zawicki. Lays it up and in. Gators now down by 11 with under a minute to go. Looks to Hauver. Hauver puts up a three and in. Timeout by Coach Kyle Babcock. Well, that was a beautiful inbound pass there from Jace Ferguson, reminiscent of his time on the football field. And 4 quick ones from Jesse Zawicki. 39.6 seconds left to go in the game. Gators down 59-51. And remember, the Gators at one point in the third quarter were up 41-40. Just an explosion of offense for the Lions. But also a lot of gifts from some questionable passes by the Gators. But that Lions defense has been all over them tonight. We'll have Ferguson to inbound for Clarion-Limestone. Again, another pass with Zawicki. He lays it. Oh, it's blocked by Hauver, and he traveled. Great hustle from Liam Hauver to chase that down and block it anyway, but it just had one too many steps from Jesse Zawicki. 38 seconds to go. Funk will inbound to Wilfong. He'll pick it up. Is met by Zawicki. It's on the floor. He'll pick it up. He travels as he picks it up. So another turnover by the Gators. And Cohen Kemmer will be inbounding for Clarion-Limestone. Has Amel in his face. Looking for help. Gets it into Zawicki. And a foul's going to be called on Liam Hauver. That's going to be his 4th. So Amel, Funk, and Hauver all with 4 tonight. It's going to put Jesse Zawicki on the line. First shot from Zawicki is in. Zawicki's second shot is up and in. Wilfong across half court quickly into the paint. Throws one up and in. 5 points tonight for Nick Wilfong. They'll get it in. It'll be Craig across half court. Chased by Funk, gets it back to Ferguson. It's going to be met by Wilfong. And a foul is going to be called. That's on Nick, his second. 14 seconds to go, puts Ferguson at the line again. He's only missed twice. Has a chance to put the Lions up by 10 with 14 seconds to go. First shot is up and in. And second shot is up and in. He makes them both. Hover inbounds to Wilfong. To Amel. Amel guarded there by Craig and Ferguson. He chucks it across to Causer. And a block. I think that's going to be on Charlie Hepful. It is. Third for Hepful, and we'll put Causer on the line. Jake made both of them earlier. Only the third time the Gators have been at the foul line tonight. First shot is up and no good. .8 seconds on the clock. Gators down by 10. Causer with his second foul shot. It is up and no good. Ferguson with a rebound. And that'll do it. The final from Clarion-Limestone High School. Clarion-Limestone 63, Port Allegany 53. And that will do it for this year for Gator varsity basketball. They will finish the season 13-11. Clarion-Limestone will move to 15-9 and go on to play Red Bank Valley. Let me add up some scores here. Amel with 15. Funk with 14. Hover with 5. Wilfong with 5. And Causer with 14. Jace Ferguson with 32. Zawicki with 10. Craig with 5. Beggs with 10. And Kemmer with 3. So again, the final from Clarion-Limestone, the Lions 63, the Gators 53. For all of us here at the Gator Network, for Jason Okerlund, I'm Jeremy Morey. Thank you, everybody, and good night.